I knew from the time that I was a kid.
When I was in 7th grade.
Probably about 7th or 8th grade.
So around 8 or 10 years old.
Before I was 10 years old.
That something was different about me, and I didn't understand what it was.
I mean, I always knew that I was different, but I didn't know that I was gay.
The first incidence of bullying that I remember on myself was actually in grade 2.
I definitely got teased a lot for, I was always a tomboy.
All of a sudden these guys just started beating up on me.
And there was a 12th grader that would get on the bus every day, and no matter what I was doing, if I was reading my book or just looking out the window minding my own business, he would come in and give me a noogie on top of my head as hard as he could.
And call you a faggot.
And call me a fag.
Talking about being gay, basically, it was guaranteed to be beat up.
Kids are very cruel, especially in high school, and everyone gets picked on for something or another.
High school was probably the worst 3 years in my life.
You're just discovering who you are, and at the same time, other people are finding out those ways that you're different and manipulating those and making you feel bad for them, because there's this real drive for conformity.
There was maybe one kid who was out in high school that I knew of.
Everybody's got to do the same thing and be the same way and look the same and act the same. And people who don't conform to those things feel isolated and feel alone.
He had a rough life. He got harassed, he had physical altercations, he was in fights in school. Definitely was not an encouragement to come out in high school watching his experience.
I mean, I remember in high school talking to one of my teachers and saying, I am miserable, I'm depressed, I hate it here, this is awful.
One of my only thoughts in going through junior high, going through elementary school and high school was, when am I going to get out of here?
I know in high school there were times I thought of killing myself.
I grew up being afraid for my life. I was convinced that if I didn't avoid these situations with other people in the town, that something bad could happen to me.
Don't just take it. Find allies, tell your parents, tell somebody at your school, find a counselor, find a teacher. There are safe places now that you can go. Seek them out, that you don't have to take it.
It may not be easy, but once you do find another network of friends, or even one friend you can go through all of this with, it will definitely help.
And that's why doing things like this for me are so important. To say to the kids that are out there or in the similar situation that it's not going to be like this all the time. And you'll most likely get surprised by what happens when you do come out.
I didn't do it the way I wanted to, but it turned out being good in the end.
Well, actually I was forced out at first with my host family. I came back for college in my freshman year.
It was very hard. I don't even know how I did it. It just happened.
And I was really mad at first at them because I felt like they did something really wrong to me, and then I started being mad at me for standing on a rug and allowing them to pull it from under me without having anything to hold on to. So that's when I decided to actually start coming out.
I was terrified, but at the same time I couldn't do it anymore.
It was amazing to finally let that out and tell another person, to reveal who I really was, I guess, and to stop hiding.
It blew my mind away. So after that experience, I didn't want to wait anymore. I didn't want to be in the closet anymore.
So it was relief. I had the same feeling when I came out to my parents. Terror followed by relief.
My mom gets up and gives me a hug, and my dad says, "Can we make this a group hug?"
My current boyfriend has met my sister and my mom and dad, and I never thought that would ever happen.
We've been together for
21
years, and so my whole family accepts him and always ask for him, and
same with my family.
So it's so much better now. But at the beginning it was not
It's scary.
It's very scary, yeah.
I love myself. I think I'm really interesting, but I don't care enough about my story to put it out there. What I care about is what should someone have said to me? What would have made it different for me? What did I need to hear when I was in that place of darkness and despair? Like, what words did I need to hear? You know, and I needed to hear someone say, not just it gets better, but I know it gets better. I've lived it getting better.
I think what's great about growing up is your world is getting bigger. You meet a lot of new people, interesting people who have done amazing things in their lives.
It gets better if you persevere through it and push through it, because there's a lot out there that's worth waiting for.
I'm a small town farm boy. Now I live in a wonderful city. I have a partner of 6 years.
My life is good now. I've been married for almost 2 years to a great guy.
I feel like I belong to a wonderful community, a lot of extraordinary friends.
Having Victor in my life is the most important thing all the way around, and thinking about, not being around him or being with my family and doing the things that I've done in my life, had I missed out on all that stuff, it would be tragic. It would just absolutely be tragic.
It took a while to get there, but I think it's definitely worth it.
There's just so many beautiful things that life can bring you. There's just definitely it's not worth taking your life off or doing anything to stop yourself from living just because you're gay. There's so many beautiful things that life had to offer.
The best time of your life is waking up every day next to somebody who loves you. The best time of your life is being able to be honest with the people that you deal with. And the best time of your life is a point where you can live and be who you are and not be shamed and ashamed of it. And honestly, that's after high school, and while it sucks in high school, while it's horrible in high school, it's all a matter of getting past that and getting through that so that it can get better.
It does get better, definitely.
Yes, it does get better.
I think it gets better every day.
Yeah, it absolutely got better.
It will get better.
It gets a lot better.